Hi there, welcome to kneppyinvests. I have a mission right now to create a video on every single company that releases either an Appendix 4C or an Appendix 5B, which is a quarterly cash flow report for a miner, and achieves a positive operational cash flow quarter. I'm already a little way into this process. I've already done about 4 or 5 videos, and the focus of today's video is a company called Spectur. Spectur designs, develops, manufactures, and sells remote solar sensing, thinking, and acting platforms. They offer solar security time-lapse, thermal security camera systems, and camera emergency warning systems that include shark warning systems. The way to look at this company is they have security cameras. They are the sensing equipment. And that sensing equipment will pick up on some movement, and then they have some AI software that interprets the movement or the images, and through their interpretation, a Spectur will send out an alarm, an alert, turn on some lights, and so that's the acting part of their platform. Spectur's ticker code is SP3, market cap of only $8.9 million. One of the main reasons I have taken a position in this company, so I do hold Spectur in my long-term buy and hold portfolio. Only a small amount of shares at this current time, but I am looking to add because they have reached a very important inflection point, and that inflection point is being operational cash flow positive. Revenue $4.2 million, and they are growing that, albeit at a slow rate, but it is growth. And they were operational cash flow negative for the trailing 12 months. When you calculate something like the price of sales, it's only around 2, which is not too high for any sort of company, even this sort of company, which is not really in a sexy sector. If you do want more information on this company, they released their Appendix 4C on the 14th of July. Before we look at the June quarter, Appendix 4C, we just want to go back in time and look at what happened in the March quarter. In that quarter, receipts to customers for Spectur was 1.2 million, which was fairly stagnant for what we had been seeing from this company in previous quarters, and they were not operational cash flow positive. They were actually negative by $690,000. And that actually meant the cash was going down in their business. So they began that quarter with $2.2 million on cash and finished it with $1.4 million. So let's see how they did in the June quarter. And since I am doing this video, we already know they were operational cash flow positive. As a shareholder, I was quite happy with this Appendix 4C. And one of the first reasons I was happy was they had grown receipts from 1.2 million to 2 million. And more importantly, they were operational cash flow positive by $333,000, and that meant instead of the cash in the business going backwards from 2.2 to 1.4 million, they were able to grow cash on hand to 1.7 million. And the main reason behind that is not only were they growing cash in operating activities, they weren't spending any money in financing or, what's the other one, investing activities. When we look at the receipts history for Spectur, there is a general upwards trend, particularly if you ignore the COVID-19 affected quarters, which was from the March quarter of 2020 to the March quarter in 2021. We did see receipts actually come back a bit and then start leveling off before they've started to explode in the most recent quarter. But before the COVID-19 financial panic, Spectur was increasing their receipts at a nice comfortable rate. In fact, if you do calculate the compound quarterly growth rate, you do get a number of 11.5%. That's a nice number to achieve per quarter. And the most recent quarter with $2 million in receipts is their record quarter by a fair distance. The previous record quarters was back in 2019, where they had 3 successive quarters of $1.5 million in receipts. This is a graph straight from Spectur's activities report that complements their cash flow report. And I like to see companies' management being focused on the cash flow in the business. And just the fact they provided this graph and some commentary with this just tells me the management's priorities are in the right place. This company has achieved 3 quarters of positive operational cash flow, the second quarter and the fourth quarter of financial year 20, and the most recent quarter, the fourth quarter of financial year 21. And finally, on to the weekly chart for Spectur. This goes all the way back to when they listed on the ASX in the middle of 2017. Share price got as high as 50 cents at one point, and ever since the middle of 2018, the share price has been in a long-term downtrend. There is signs that this downtrend has come to an end, with the share price moving sideways for over a year. So we'll say this is a consolidation period. The other good thing to see here on the weekly chart is the 3 moving averages are coming together. And what I've seen in the past year is anytime some good news is released by this company, there is a fair bit of selling. And what that is telling us is all the shareholders who have bought in the previous few years when the share price is a much higher prices, they have seen an opportunity to sell out, and that's has been putting some pressure under the share price. So anytime good news is being released to the market, share price initially rises and then pulls back on the increased selling. So what we need to see over the next year or so, or during this consolidation period, is all those holders who have bought in at higher prices in the past need to be flushed out of the system. And once they're all flushed out, that's when the share price of this company can move forward and enter into a new uptrend. And hopefully, when the company's share price moves into a new uptrend, that coincides with some really positive news. To accomplish my mission, I need to do 3 more videos at least. And those 3 videos will be on Reef Casino Trust, Jupiter Energy Limited, and Millennium Services Group, which released their Appendix 4C at about 3 p.m. on Friday. These won't be the only 3 companies I'll do a video on, because more than likely a lot more companies will release operational cash flow positive quarter for the June period. That is all I have for this June quarter Appendix 4C video for Spectur. If you have any questions about this company or any other company on the ASX, make sure you leave a question or even just a comment in the comment section of this video. I am not a financial advisor. If you do need to seek financial advice, make sure you find someone who is qualified and can speak to your own financial needs. That's it for this video. Have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.